What's popping, y'all? We back with the Challenge All Stars Season 4, Episode 8 recap. You know who I am, DeAndre, and Bree is kindly returned from her departure. She was busy moving, traveling, doing the whole nine. What's popping, Bree?
I was booked and busy, but we're back. We're back to reality now, so I'm ready. Let's
Oh,
go.
you
I
had that
missed this.
vacate. Oh, yeah. Oh, we missed you here, too. We missed you. People was asking about you. And they're like, where'd she go? I'm like, she'll be back.
That's right. She's back, guys. Don't worry.
She back. Don't worry. Don't fret. Make sure to follow her on IG, Bree Dots with the Z at the end to see where she's been doing. Because she's been doing a lot. She's
Stay
been doing a
tuned.
lot. Exactly. And so make sure to subscribe as well to DeAndre Way. We gonna get into it, y'all. Um, whew. Where do I start with this episode?
This was a good episode. I liked it.
It was a good episode. I did enjoy the episode. It was just a lot of craziness going
It-
on, and just
yeah, there was.
it was just I
We
don't
have a
know.
lot
Some people
to
get
talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It gives there's a lot to talk about. People get on these shows and they kind of just lose themselves in the music a little bit, and they kind of just forget like what actually is really going on and what's not.
Mhm.
But I don't know. But yeah, it was very interesting. But yeah, we got started with Brad left last episode. He lost. He's out the game and whatnot. So no more Beard Man in the house. But we begin with a crew taking a trip on the boat. They're in South Africa. It seems lit. We got some special things for y'all today. We got some pictures for
Ooh,
evidence and proof to see what's really popping down. This first one is alarming because
not Laurel and Nicole.
yeah, they started right off the bat with just showing this, and I thought they hated each other. They like each other, and
Mhm.
they ain't hiding no more.
No,
Like it's
they're out in the
it's
open now.
yeah, and like you know, I don't know. It's a mess. I mean, well, everybody else trying to have a good time. They're kicking it. With their loved ones and whatnot, taking selfies,
That's cute.
chilling. We get these two.
Yeah. We already know how we feel about them.
Yeah, it's a mess, but
It's cute though. I like when they do like little fun behind the scenes like that because it makes you kind of forget that they're playing like an actual game and it's fun for them for a little bit. So I like when they do stuff like that.
yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. It definitely was. It was nice. You got to get to see the real people and behind it and whatnot.
Mhm.
And you kind of just let the game be away for a little bit. So that's nice that they did that. And Leroy's explaining what he did with the money. He put the house. What the heck was that?
Mhm.
I don't know what that was. Uh, Leroy would say he use the money to put money on a down payment for a house and a wedding.
Mhm.
And he said he already spent the money pretty much in his head. Leroy, be careful.
Mhm.
Don't do that because that's what I did on Squid Game. And look where I'm at doing this podcast.
Maybe it's just a sign of. Maybe it's him just manifesting. He's just speaking it out into existence. So
Look, I agree. You should speak things into existence. But when it comes to something like this, I don't know. Spending my money.
low key, based on his track record so far, too. I don't know. But we'll
I
see.
don't know, Leroy, but it's looking a little risky for the
Hmm.
biscuit for you. But hey, do whatever makes you happy. But we move on, and we soon see Kara and Laurel talking to each other. They are having a serious conversation because Laurel is lost in the sauce, in the music,
Hmm.
the whole nine. What do you think about their little convo?
I don't know. Their friendship just confuses me. I mean, we'll see later on in the show too, but like they'll like console each other and talk things out. Then one minute they're like hating each other. So I don't understand their vibe. I don't know. What do you think?
It's weird to me just because like here you can see them consoling each other. She's opening up like they have a long history,
Yeah.
and you think, oh, she actually got her back and whatnot, and
Hmm.
it seems cool, but Laurel just is. I don't know if she's bipolar. I don't know if she forgets what is going on with other people. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense because how are you comfortable with going up to someone about your problems,
Right.
but then backstabbing them the next day or even the
Hmm.
same day? Like that's insane to me. It just literally I was confused. I mean, there's something we missing. Like I don't get it. So why'd you go up to her in the first place?
She definitely has some issues. I don't know. I feel like Laurel's head is not in the game at all this season. I feel like she's kind of lost with Nicole, so I feel like she's all over the place right now.
Yeah, and she's venting about Nicole too, which is crazy because then
Mhm.
Laurel wants to get mad at Cara. I'm like, look, this is insane. But yeah, Laurel says it's taxing and difficult, and she's co-signing with the things Cara's saying, and Laurel says she just needs a listening ear and advice right now, but
Mhm.
or a listening ear and not advice.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look from this photo, look like you just sitting back and taking it in, like
It looks like she wants some advice to me, honestly.
exactly. I mean, you even get a nice little hug and some tears afterwards. I mean, come on now, coach. What is really going on? I don't get it. I don't want to try
Like
and get it.
her. I don't understand her at all. She's just hot and cold. I will never understand her, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's crazy. But we move on from then, and we soon see Leroy and Cam. They're talking to their baby back at home. That's a nice little family moment we have together. I love to see that.
That was cute.
But then we move on to the kind of confrontation between Nicole and Cara and Laurel in the kitchen. They going at it. Cara's in here trying to make herself some eggs or whatever, just trying to chill. And Nicole all up barking in her face with that accent of hers, probably getting spit all on the food and whatnot.
I was just about to say that when they're talking like that, I just can't take her seriously with her accent. It's so intense.
Exactly.
Funny.
She just trying to make her sandwich and live in peace, and then Nicole she on some other time. I don't get it. I don't
Half
know
the
what she's doing.
time, I just think she's doing stuff to like get that camera time and have a storyline. That's my personal opinion about Nicole. I don't really like her as a person, so I feel like she just kind of stirs up drama just to get some screen time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy. And with Laurel being in the kitchen during this whole conversation was just like, what are you doing? Like, you
Mhm.
were just talking to this girl and now you mad at her. Like, it didn't make any sense. I was
Makes
just
no sense. I'm confused.
some people acting like that though. They really just like flip a switch and they forget everything that kind of went down. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy. Like, it's definitely a real thing with some people. So I definitely think it's like bipolar or something like that. And I hope she's all right because that kind of thing is very
It's kind of
dangerous.
scary though, yeah, just switching up so fast like that. So, I
It
mean,
is. That's crazy.
yeah. Oh, Laurel.
But well, we move on to the challenge finally, and it is called Balls Up. We get there, and basically, it's a challenge to where you got plungers and get the ball out. Very simple,
Mhm.
very easily understandable. I mean, Nicole looked like she don't know the rules right here, but you know, they got the challenge set up and whatnot. But before it even starts, we get these two, Laurel and Cam, plotting against Cara, which is crazy. I think
Mhm.
that y'all like, I get it, y'all trying to do what you trying to do, but this is getting insane. Like, what's this? Where's this obsession? And then Cam saying that she was disrespected and this, that, and the third. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's,
I don't get
it's
the disrespecting thing. She just didn't vote her way, so now she's upset. And like I love Cam, but I don't think she was disrespected by Kara at all.
no, not at all. It was definitely giving crazy, and I don't know. Like, I love Cam too, but it's just like, you got to let it go. Like, whatever. Like,
I will
this is not
say,
making her path any easier. I'll just put it like that.
yeah, I will say Cam is so good at strategizing though. Like all her past seasons, she always has like a little devious plan and always works out. And she did it for this game too, and it worked out for her too. So I mean, she's really smart in that sense. She's really good strategy wise.
Yeah, no, definitely strategist, 10 out of 10. But
Mhm.
this gameplay and going after Kara nonstop, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, she has the numbers to get her out, but she should use her kind of like Kara was saying when the deliberate in the after the elimination in the ceremony or in the deliberation, like, you could use me as a shield or a buffer, so you won't be targeted next. They're always gonna come after me first, but then when
Mhm.
I'm gone, you're next, and that's kind of the same with Cam too. So
That is true. I see
yeah,
both sides. I see it as Kara could be a buffer, but also you want to get the strongest girl out of the house, and I think Kara is the strongest. So I can see why she'd want to take her star too. So I can kind of see both sides of it.
yeah, definitely. Well, we get to the challenge, it gets started, and interestingly enough, they decide to go through with this plan of everyone just pretty much doing whatever, having exact script. This is the legit definition of a scripted game,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna control whose balls are getting out first. Which it looks like by this picture, like you can kind of control, but I feel like if you just in there just popping all of them up, you might be able to just free
Yeah.
for all it. But
Like when
everyone's looking
Steve
like,
brought his
yeah.
own out, like I feel like it's kind of hard for to sabotage that game, but I mean they ended up doing it, so
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, look at all these balls. Like they're
yeah.
clumped together. So, eh, and you're reaching too. So it just seems like if you just pop a bunch, like you'll just get a bunch out. But you got to watch out for your own. So maybe they're going real slow and careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have this plan orchestrated. Who's gonna get out first? Who's gonna get out second? They go in there. They just start chilling. There's not really somebody's on the ground right there. I don't know who
Oh,
fell.
who's that?
I don't know how you fall in this. I mean, unless there's holes in the water. But
Oh, they're just
yeah,
clumsy.
it's definitely a mess. I mean, even Leroy like this plan is
No.
crazy. He ain't even trying to get involved right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. And yeah, Ace is kind of just like whatever. Car, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
I would be. How would you be
She
feeling?
knows they're all against her. That is the shitty thing though. Everyone is always against Kara. It's always like everyone versus her. So I feel bad in that sense. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's what happens when you're a really good player. So
exactly. I mean, look, that's kind of a compliment. I'd say
mhm.
it's a compliment, but and it's a
Thanks.
brilliant plan too. Brilliant plan. I can't fault the plan.
Yeah.
But man, all this ganging up, and then eh, it's crazy how everyone goes along with it too. Like, what's the benefit for all the rest of you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Cam ain't picking you over Leroy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. The struggle.
It's crazy, but yeah, it's a mess. But soon we get Heat. Heat 1 is over, and the 4 losers are Flora, Jay, Steve, and Avery. No, Flora, Jay, Steve, and Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
And soon we get to Heat number dos, and this time it's time to go in. Everyone's ready. Um, they're talking about the plan and whatnot. Leroy, they're like, "Come on, you got to come through."
Mm-hmm.
But well, I'm jumping ahead. The second heat is kind of just whatever. But the second heat, Flora, Tina, Ryan, and Steve are that group, and then the first group, Cam, Jay, Derek, and Veronica are on that group because yes, Cam wanted to go into eliminations. He said, "Get my ball out first
Yeah.
and get Veronica's out, I guess, because she's easy if she
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go against her." And then Tina and Flora were the 2 girls in the second group, which is all that matters. The guys don't really matter in this, but I thought that since it was a girls' day and a guys' day, I think it's silly to have all of them together. I think it should have just been girls and then
First
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was kind of weird to me.
I don't understand that either. That would have been more smart, I think, but it is
Yeah,
what it is.
it is what it is, and it's crazy. But the last heat gets started, and Kara eventually doesn't win that one, and Nicole and the winners of this essentially like it's the challenge is whatever. The winners is Ace and Avery.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards there was some John going back and forth. Nicole was not having it. Carl was ready to throw hands, and yeah, I kind of liked it. I knew there wasn't gonna be no punches flying, but Nicole is just on.
She is on one. I'm like, it's just never that serious. Like that's what I'm saying. Like half the times I feel like she's just playing it up to get some screen time. Like we don't need to be this intense towards Kara. Like it's really not that deep. If anything, Kara should be the one being all extra, but Nicole's the one being all extra. So I don't understand that.
Yeah, Nicole all up in the grill and whatnot.
I'm
I know
like,
her breath stink and whatnot. Like it's
she's all up
kicking
in
up in there. I know it's
Mhm.
like, come on now. And then this was interesting. You like the screenshots, don't you? Y'all like these
Jump
screenshots?
scare, jump
I told
scare.
you. We
Oh
coming
my
through with the receipts now. Come on.
god.
But yes, this was very interesting.
I can't. I'm tired of the storyline. Like, get them off my screen. I can't.
Oh, I should
So
zoom in on
unnecessary.
this.
Not the zooming.
Oh, week, y'all. It was craziness. I mean, out and they look like they dating again. Like, look how
I
she grabbing
know.
her. Like,
It's intense.
she. That's all I gotta say. Shaking my head. I mean, we get this fool off my screen. But yes, they was going at it. Laurel and Nicole is just. I'm ready. I need one of them to go home.
Yeah.
I mean, you wanted, I mean, this seems like the climax. Titanic. We about to fall off the boat, Coach. I mean,
Part of me
they're
wishes
basic.
that they were allowed to fight still, like they were back in the day, because I feel like it would be fun just for some extra drama. I would like to see
Yeah,
that.
let them get a couple licks in and whatnot. It's not gonna kill anybody and whatnot,
Yeah.
but just let them get a couple licks in.
It's like a little shove and push, just a little something, maybe a wrestle. I feel like that'd be
Exactly. Just a
entertaining.
little bit, just a little bit.
Hmm.
And but yeah, so Laurel talks to Cam soon and says, it's their goal to steal Kara Star and then get her out of the game, which is crazy because earlier she was confiding in her and being
Hmm.
like, "Oh, I'm having these problems, but now I want you out." That may
Hmm.
if somebody did that to me, woo,
Yes, I don't blame Kara. Yeah, I don't get the hot and cold. She definitely has maybe some mental things going on that she should probably get checked out. But because yeah, if someone did that to me, I'd be pissed.
oh, it'd be going down off camera
Hmm.
at least. But yeah, it sucks for Kara. I mean, just the thing is, the biggest I think underlying thing is everyone else seeing this go down, the mistreatment of her by her so-called friend, and the biggest culprit in this is this guy right here. I mean,
Good old Jay.
he's Nicole's best friend, but he has Kara's back, and I'm like, bro, like I get it. You can have two. We've had these situations before. People have. I have too, where you have two friends and they don't like each other,
Hmm.
and you can't not be friends with one of them because of the other. I get
Right.
it. Like that's a very tough spot to be in. But if one of my friends is actively doing something wrong and doing something that I don't even agree with, which I don't know how Jay feels about their whole Laurel and Nicole situation, but it seems like he disagrees,
Yeah.
then I would probably have to side with my other friend who's actually making some sense.
Yeah.
I would still be cool, but I'm gonna tell you like, hey, like stop doing that. So
Exactly. I feel like if that's your friend, you should check them when you think that they're in the wrong for something. And I don't know. I feel like he's just trying not to get on anyone's bad side, but he's just trying to play it safe. But I feel like if that's your friend, like I would want to know if I was wrong in a circumstance. So I mean, that's what friends are for. But
definitely. 100%. So I don't know if he a real one or not, but
I don't
he
know.
definitely ain't a real one to Kara. He definitely ain't a real one to her. So and he ain't being a real one to Nicole either because it's not his. He can't control what she does, so I won't even put it to that point. But
Yeah.
if I was Kara, I would have dropped Jay off in the corner a while ago and be like, look, don't go ahead and be their friend. If you can't understand what's going on me, they're picking on me. Everybody ganging up with me, and you're
Exactly.
co-signing all this stuff. Speak
Yeah.
up. You know.
It's kind of sad when you go into a game thinking that, someone has your back and then they don't have your back. You're like, oh, okay. And you're alone in the game. Like that sucks.
It's crazy. It's crazy out here in these streets. But
Hmm.
that's what time it is. And soon we get the other storyline of Tina not wanting to go into elimination. She don't want the smoke, and she said she ain't good with talking, so she has her good friend Veronica go do the talking with Laurel. Laurel is not convinced by her plea. She sees that these are not Veronica's words trying to get her to sway her opinion, and she's getting pissed off because she's like, "Don't try and make me change my mind." I'm like, "Laura, what you mean you try to get people to change their mind about Kara? What you mean?"
Yeah, all the time. She's a hypocrite. She just wants like what's convenient for her. But I mean, she did have a good point, Veronica. She was like, I don't know if Tina goes in, she'll probably take Nicole's star. So I was like, well, that's kind of smart to say, but clearly that didn't end up happening. So I
Yeah,
guess
nah, it is.
it didn't work.
That was a very interesting how she was taut and tight like that, and I don't know about it. She was tripping,
Mm.
but just getting mad like that over just being talked to and like, oh, that's making me even more mad. I was like,
She gets triggered so easily.
exactly, it's
Scary.
crazy. And then soon, yes, we get Kara and Laurel chit chatting. They're having another kind. Well, this is kind of two faced by Laurel because she's like acting like everything's all good and whatnot. Because I know Kara damn sure wouldn't be talking to her, helping her play some chess, learn how to
Right.
play it, knowing that she was gonna go in. She would have probably slapped all them pieces in her face.
Hmm.
But Laurel trying to keep it cool right now for the time being and whatnot. But that's what time she on. Hey, who needs enemies and you got friends like that? That's all I can say. That's all
That's
I can
crazy.
say. But yeah, soon it is time for the deliberation.
Oh God.
And we got Nicole, Kara, Laurel, Leroy, and who is that? Is it Adam?
Adam, yeah.
That's Adam. Yeah, we got them. We got them 5. Interestingly enough, so 3-2 vote easily. Laurel and Nicole are gonna vote with each other. Leroy's probably gonna side with them because of Cam, and that's it really. So deliberation really wasn't much of deliberation. It lasted a good whole 10 seconds, and then the fireworks began to ensue because Laurel, she wasn't having it. She was sitting back, letting Cara do her little thing, giving her little smirk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a super villain at this point. That's a super villain pose, like that's the look you get when you like, oh yeah, it's going my way or the highway.
It's just too much though. It's like it does not need to be that serious and that intense. Like you don't need to be screaming on the top of your lungs to try and get your point across. Like she's out there screaming bloody murder. I'm like, girl, you need to relax. Oh my god, like look at her. That's
look at Leroy. Look at Leroy. Like, girl, if you don't sit your
like you can get your point across by talking. You don't need to be like screaming in someone's face when it wasn't even that deep. I don't know. That was crazy to me. I'm like, girl, calm down.
Yeah, no, that was definitely crazy. I mean, like, if some kudos to Cara for keeping it cool and whatnot. Because she was like, you looking insane. Are you on? Do you have? She might have bipolar disease. I swear. Like
something's up for sure.
Because nobody gets like that.
Yeah, for no reason. It's either like something mentally ill, like for real, or it's she's just playing it up for the camera, trying to get that screen time for whatever reason. But I'm like, you did not need to go balls to the wall, girl.
It's crazy in these streets. Like
that was insane.
I mean, your blood got boiled that quick because Cara said some things that were actually. I guess when she says true things, it hits a little harder in the heart, and so you like, damn, like that's really real. So I can't take that. I can't, I got to combat that by something. But
like,
she gonna look back at this, and I hope she's shaking her head.
I know. I wonder, like, when this plays back, is she like embarrassed, or she's like, oh, like that's funny to me, or like. I want to know what she thinks when she's watching this back. I'm like, that's kind of embarrassing to like blow up like
that. That's definitely a mess. But
like, I would be mortified watching that back, honestly.
Oh yeah. Crazy. I mean, and then we also get Nicole popping her 2 cents in there and trying to get in the face. I mean, everybody trying to jump in Cara, and as a man, Leroy, and more so Leroy, you got it, like, bro, like come on, bro, like. I know you ain't with Cara and you got to just sit back, and that's his vibe, just to sit back. But if they doing like this, and one person already got in their face and another person getting their face, I'm like, all right, y'all chill out. Like, just chill out. It's getting a little much. It's getting
pretty wrong. I feel bad for Cara. Like, I don't always agree with what she says and her actions and stuff, but when you see everyone gang up on one person, it just makes me feel bad. I'm like, she doesn't deserve that.
She don't deserve it at all. And Cara, they're lucky that they ain't got a fight night elimination, or else it'd be 1-2 Mike Tyson lights out. So shout out Cara for keeping her composure, because
she did good with that.
It's crazy in these streets. But unfortunately, it ends up being Tina and Cam in the elimination. They get to the elimination arena. And it ends up being them two. They go in there, and it's called Lady and the Tramp, the elimination. And basically, with elimination, these 2 trampolines, as you see, they got to bounce on them and look over to see the puzzle on the other side. Let me pull up this puzzle.
This seems like a fun elimination. I would want to play it. I love a good trampoline.
Yeah, so there's the puzzle. I think the strategy going into this, it's anyone's game, so I like that. Like, I like it's fair, I guess. I guess I wouldn't think about the saving energy part. I would probably just get 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and just have to do that many jumps. So, what about you?
I probably would do the same thing, because I can't be memorizing all those at once, so I'd probably break it down like that too. But I don't know. I feel like it was a fair elimination. Like, it really was anyone's game, but I just had a feeling that Cam would win because she has more endurance, and I feel like Tina's just short and, like, I don't know, maybe it takes her longer to jump on a trampoline, get up and down. But my bet was for Cam. Who did you want to win?
I like Tina. I think she adds a little quirk to the house outside of all the Nicole Laurel
Yeah.
drama or relationship wise. She seems funny. I mean, I like Tina because her first season was the first one I ever watched,
Mm-hmm.
and not her first season. One of the seasons she was on was the first one I watched, and she was hilarious on that season, and she hasn't really been back much since then. Except coming back and punching somebody in the face. But outside of that, in All Stars 2, I believe, she hasn't been back. But and then she quit that one. So, and then she was on All Stars 3 too, I think too. But yeah. So I really didn't care too much. You know,
Yeah.
I don't support what Cam's doing, but I'm not like I want her to like lose or anything like that.
Right.
But
You're
unless she's playing Kara, unless she's going against Kara, then I want her to lose. But yeah, that didn't really matter. I had a feeling Tina was going to lose because she seems like she'd buckle under pressure, especially
Yeah.
something like this. It's a very simple game, but this type of thing seems very easy. But you got to stay calm, cool, and composed, and don't second guess yourself. And at the same time, you got to get the numbers, but you also got to get them pointing like the same direction, like the most of the threes and the twos, because there's the twos. I know. Yeah, the twos. You can't have the twos going sideways. You got to have them going vertical.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
that's
you
the
do have
main
to
thing.
be pretty smart for this one. And I feel like if you make one little mistake, then you're screwed. So you have to really pay attention.
Yeah, definitely. So, but very simple. But the elimination goes very quick, it seems, and Cam is the winner and victor. Very convincing win. I mean, she did what she had to do. So congratulations, Cam, on coming through with the victory. Some people are happy, and some people are not so happy about this.
She knows it was coming.
She knows what time it is. That
Mm-hmm.
Flavor Flav clock has turned till midnight, and
Star stealing time.
it's star stealing time. I mean, the writing was on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny Child settings, and Cam does what she said she was gonna do and takes that star away.
Yep.
And she's very, very happy about it. So shout out Cam for winning, but not shout out for stealing the star. Do you think it was? Because Cam said it was personal. She said it was personal because she said Kara was coming for her and Leroy when that wasn't even the case.
No.
And I'm like, Cam, do you got bipolar?
Yeah, everyone's off their rocker right now. But I mean, if I was her, I would also take Kara's just because she is a strong competitor, and I wouldn't want to run a final with Kara either. So I think she was smart. Do I think Kara is gonna get her revenge and get a star back and probably steal it from Cam? Yeah. So maybe it was too early for her to do that. But I mean, if you're trying to get rid of like the biggest competitors, I guess I would do the same thing. What would you have done?
Well, the people with the stars is Kara, Veronica, and Nicole.
Steve.
Yeah. Veronica. Well, the girls, Veronica, Kara, and Nicole. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah. I mean, because if you take it from Nicole, then Laurel's gonna be after you.
Yep.
So that's not good. And then if you take it from Veronica, I mean, that ain't gonna do nothing. So
Yeah, I don't think anything would have happened to if she took Veronica's, but
yeah.
I mean, Kara is the stronger competitor, so might as well take it away from her. And they already have beef, so might as well.
Yeah, no, it only made sense for her to take Kara Star, so that is what it is at that point. And yeah, that's what time we was on. That was basically the roundup of episode 8. I think we only have 4 left.
Ooh,
It's getting down to the final stretch. So I sent
this
some.
season flew by. What?
It did go quick. It did go quick. Usually you would. I'm surprised there's so many people left still. So
Yeah.
It seems like they're gonna do like a purge or a double elimination coming up. But yeah, the season's almost over. It's getting to the climax. I still stand on it. You weren't here, but I said I don't think that they'll get to the end and have someone leave the game because they didn't have a star. I think there's gonna be enough eliminations to where everyone had a.
Has a chance.
It's just gonna, yeah. Everyone has like they're not gonna force somebody out because there's 6 guys and 6 girls left, correct? I
Mm-hmm.
think. Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
yeah. There's something like that, and there's 4 episodes left. They got to have 3 people in the final each, so that
Mm-hmm.
knocks out. So 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one's gonna be the final. So either they're gonna have, yeah, either yeah, that adds up perfectly. So
Yeah.
I believe there's 6 and 6,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
Honestly,
that's
if
it. I
people
mean,
were
just do the.
smart, yeah, they'd get rid of Cam and Leroy. I forget who said it at the end of the episode, but he clocked it. Whoever it was saying like that they have a double chance of winning.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ryan said
yeah,
that.
yeah. So if they
Well,
were smart,
why?
that's what they would do. But I like them, so we'll
Well,
see what
why is he just now saying it though? Like, why?
happens.
Why is it now
Mm-hmm.
that's coming out when you're like, oh snap, Leroy and Cam, they got each other's back. Well, no shit, they got
We've
each
known
other's
this
back.
from the beginning.
Like, why are you just now worried about this? If this was like your concern of yours, then you should have nipped this in the bud early on when Leroy was losing every single mission and thrown him in every single time.
Right? Yeah. So it's their own fault if they both make it to the final.
Exactly. Like you guys had the a chance after chance, but you did what Cam wanted to do, not thinking, oh, they're in an alliance. Like,
Dummy.
yeah, if they, yeah, I'm like, Ryan, are you okay? What do you mean they have each other? No, they have each other's backs.
Right.
So, but yeah, well, that is it for the end of episode 8. We're on to episode 9 next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting down there, and we'll see how the race finishes.
See what happens.
Appreciate y'all joining. Shout out Bree again. Make sure to follow her on IG, Bree at Bree Dots with a Z at the end, and see where else she's gonna go because she's doing all the traveling lately.
On the move.
And yeah, till next time, y'all. Peace, blessings, and have a wonderful rest of your day.